What's going on, James? I see you chimed in early, and I appreciate the likes, even though it hasn't been a live stream yet. Hopefully, we could get some more people to weigh in on the particular topic. Can you feel the vibe? Can you? Can you? Some people claim they can, and actually, the vibe is a whole nother kind of vibe. So, like I said, hopefully some people come in. And a matter of fact, the ones that weren't in here, and if you're falling in here, hey, hopefully everybody enjoyed the live stream from yesterday. What's going on, Dre Chili? Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting a lot of responses. People enjoy, you putting in your verbiage and your wordage together with KK Diamond. A lot of I've been getting a lot of people hit me like, Reek, Dre was really asking her some, some intuitive type questions. I was feeling that. Matter of fact, everybody that will catch this replay and happen to fall in here, hey, go subscribe to Dre Chili's channel. I think it's a channel that a lot of brothers and sisters need to, if you're into getting information, his channel will definitely put you up on it. So hey, I don't even care if you go off this live stream just to go to his channel. Click on his click on his name in the chat. It'll direct you right. It'll say go to channel, go to his channel, hit that subscribe button. You won't be wrong when you do that. Let me see. Most definitely, Dre. And yeah, hopefully I'm trying to think if I should shoot for Thursday or shoot for Friday to have her back on. One of the two. Because remember she said she was gonna say what happened if it was a yay or a no go with the people she was, dealing with. So we'll find out that conclusion either Thursday or Friday. Freeman Reed, what's going on with you? Forever Young, what's up with you? Like I said, but far as that, I woke up, what was it, maybe three something in the morning. I'm like, let me see, what the views is doing. I'm like, for her not to ever be on Tuku the Khan, that one kind of, a newbie kind of did good numbers. Even though, my channel is somewhat censored, but yeah, it did pretty good numbers. And, you could tell my channel is not scripted because I didn't think it was gonna go in the directions that it went. She was saying some things. I was like, ooh, I didn't know she was gonna say that. Ooh, I didn't know she was gonna say this. Like, wow. You know. I mean, pretty much, when Lisa Smith come on, you kind of know which direction she's coming from. But KK Diamond is a little bit different. I have to say that. So yeah, peeping vibes. I think a lot of people, disregard body language, and that's something that you actually need to pay attention to see, how a person may actually be feeling. Because people could say a lot of things out their mouth, but the body language, kind of, it gives you cues to things that you may not be paying attention to. And if we have anyone that wants to chime in, I will actually throw up the hotline and we can dialogue like that. But like I always say on all of the lives, I don't think I said it on one yesterday because I don't think it was no need to say it. But if we make it to the 15-minute marker, I usually go out if it's not a back and forth response. I don't usually like to just be up on here talking if I don't really feel like I'm getting any type of feedback. But yesterday, last night, yeah, we were getting hella feedback. Matter of fact, what is it? Started with me and her conversing, and then Street Rich came in, and then like I said, hats off to Dre Chili. He came in and said, "Oh, what about this aspect? What about that?" And got her opening up on a lot of things. So that's what it's about. A lot of brothers need to take you know key at that type of when you're out and about and just striking up a conversation to really see where someone's coming from, to see if I wonder if this is even worth my time dealing with a certain person. And in Cadillac J just, I'm shocked you didn't come in. I was like, man, Cadillac J just gonna come in and say some words for her. I know he got something for her. Much as you drop in here when Lisa Smith's in here, that was straight up your alley. But like you said, and like I said, Dre did handle that situation quite well. And Joe Frank, what's going on? You said the conversation was too much for you. You was like, you ain't used to that kind of conversation. I guess I want to say is, let me think. Okay, so she said she's 27, so essentially that makes her a 90s baby. So yeah, I guess 90s babies got different kind of thought processes than I guess you could say 80s babies. Me being a 70s babies, and hey, if you old enough, you could be in the 60s or something, a 60s baby, a baby boomer. Yeah, most definitely. We all got to come and chop it up. And Channel Choice, he was the one, the last man standing at the end of that joint. You know. Yeah. So yeah, I like this where we can converse in all. Okay, let me weigh in from my point of view or this point of view. And sometimes when the situation seems like it may be going sour, you can actually learn from that as well. Like, okay, now I know when this type of situation come, I need to kind of look out and put my antennas up for certain things like that. You know, like the thing of the night that threw me off last night, and I know it threw a lot of people off when KK was like, when she broke into the situation with you know dude, and how quickly she belt him out. Essentially she only been down with him for like 3 weeks. And when you think about it, I could have swore she said 3 weekends, so that's even shorter than 3 weeks. So I guess some people I guess move fast. I come from an era where it take a lot of time for someone to reaches that type of level of infatuation or like or whatever to break their bread that early. Now, trying to think, I could have. Oh yeah, I was gonna say too. I heard from Williams, and usually Williams is in here, but I guess he's been having some family members pass. I want to say he said one of his close partners had passed away, so that's why Williams hasn't been on here. But like I said, condolences go out to Williams and his family, and his people that he done came up with. Hopefully everything could you know work itself out, and it'd be cool. Right. All right. Best regards to Will. As in everybody else is, there's some of us that's probably dealing with some things that, we ain't really speaking up on and voicing on. So if you're dealing with something, hopefully, the Most High gives you the strength to, weather the storm or whatever you may be going through. So yeah, yeah. So essentially, just paying attention to the vibes is the major thing. Let me see, said Joe Frank. Uh, You should trying to get this little shooby dooby earlier today, man. At the gas station, I was like, my bitch been like Lisa Smith say CL 500 trying to hit my mm, yeah, it is those characters that ride the bitch Benz or what's it they call it, the C class. I mean, no, that ain't no Benz. That's the little high school Sweet 16 benzo. I wouldn't advise nobody that's kind of got some actual size to them. I guess if you're real petite and real dainty, you could ride the bitch Benz, but I couldn't see it. Yeah, the CL 500 is the big joint. If you talking about that what is it? Like I said, that C class, I forget, is it like 240, 230 or something like that, compressor, something like that. Little four-door joint. That ain't the serious thing. Yeah, I know the CL is the big body. It's the coupe. Now them are all good. Some of them come in V12 versions and things. I want to say that's the 600 though. Yeah, I look at it like this. She had game for youngsters, and I would say old heads, because kind of open it up to a perspective that you're not too often to hear. Like I said, Dre broke that down a little bit more. Like, oh, we need some more contexture. You're feeling like this, or what is your feeling? And essentially she was nervous before she came out. She's like, oh, I've been drinking. I don't know if if I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, well, drinking might loosen you up a little bit, so that's a good thing. That'll knock off the edge. So you know essentially, I guess that vodka and cranberry juice really did its thing to make her speak what she needed to speak. And I look at it like this. I guess you know from on my channel, you done heard from Boston before. You done heard Billions, and a couple other females that really haven't made a real long appearance on Tuku the Khan. But all these different women come from different type of backgrounds. You can tell you, most definitely Lisa Smith. Lisa Smith is to me like a no nonsense. Now, KK, she was essentially I like she was basically saying I like to do it and I don't care. I don't want nobody trying to hinder me from doing what I want to do. Some dudes, I guess, they say they want a female like that at first, but then once they really kind of get her locked down, then they want to start having buyer's remorse and second thoughts and things. And to me, that's where the problem is. You got to accept the person however they are when you first meet them. If you accept that, that's the way they expect you to be. Now, okay, let me switch it up. I could change this person, because that'd be the same way you get down with some female. She be like, you know what? I think I could change you into this. You're like, no, this is how I was starting off. So that's how, it's going to finish. How it began is how it is going to end, and how it's going to be all the way through. Now, I may make some self improvements on my own, but you can't tell me, this is what I'm going to do. You ain't throwing down a gauntlet and telling me, I gotta to be or not to be. This is how I am. Take me as I am. You said did she did very well, spoke with sense, and didn't take any questions personal. It was very straightforward. Yeah, I think a lot of that came from the way because I have had conversations with her even before we got on, and essentially she came from a relationship where essentially all what she want how she was talking was repressed. So like how she was saying, like the person wanted her to cover up and things like that. She didn't want to be like that no more. She wanted to be sexually you know felt and received. Like she says, she sends pictures of sexy pictures and talks certain kind of ways because she likes that. It's just certain spirits that are like that. That ain't no knock to no women that don't do that, but she happens to be one that's what they say, a free spirit like that. you know Troy, you said, okay, you said, kind of like just you said you wouldn't be able to talk to her that long. That's why I salute. Okay. Loosey goosey. Yeah, I guess some could say that. I didn't try to play judge. It's just I was a lot of times I was like, wow, like when she was talking about, yeah, I was working in the office and I be just doing my thing right in the office area. I'm like, wow, that's how you really get down. She was open about it and wasn't like, Dre Chili says she wasn't ashamed about any of it. She was just speaking it a matter of factly and things like that. I guess some people it's really really shocking when they ain't ran across a female like that. Because to me, sometimes females like that can scare certain dudes. 'Cause it's like, is it a hidden camera somewhere? Is someone punking me? Because this seems like it's way too easy. It's just like I guess to have something like that fall into certain people's lap, they don't know what to do now. The people that do know what to do with a situation like that falls into the lap, you could just the possibilities are endless, But the ones that really don't know what to do, because what she say, he was 24 and kind of ain't had no gig or anything like that. But essentially, she was funding whatever he needed funding. So I mean, it's like essentially you don't know what he got. Even though she's 27, she didn't sound like 27 because most 27-year-olds I done heard from, they don't, kind of come off like how she was coming off. But, different decade, 90s baby, a little different type of mindset. But it makes me wonder, I picked that particular topic, how I called it because, we were talking and she was saying, like, I just want to do it all the time. And he don't seem like, he's getting with the program. So I'm trying to think what the next topic should be that we can have her, touch on, I mean, we kind of covered a lot within that last one, but, something more edgy that, people may want to, like, man, let's see what KK's thoughts on this or whatever in the conversation. So if y'all have any suggestions, I will duly note them and hopefully I'll probably use one of them for whatever I'm gonna title that particular live. You said right, he's fucking up big time. You can half fast put together a serious game plan and kind of groom her to your likings. But as you said, starting off with your dick in with it. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely, he had her, and what he has on his side is youth. Because when she was saying, yeah, he could go extra rounds and all that, I'm like, he has to be at least 24, or like you was saying, Dre, probably 23, somewhere around there. Because, yeah, around that age range, yeah, you got all kind of stamina to be knocking things down like it's nothing. But you getting your, not saying that you can't hang, when you get in your mid 30s or your mid 40s, but it's a little different than once you was 20. You ain't gonna be like, oh, let's go super rounds and all that. It's like, what's the point I'm trying to prove? I mean, if you know who you are, you don't have to do that. But usually when you're in your 20s, it's like you're trying to prove yourself. Like, I could do this, and look, I could do that. When you get older, you be like, I know I could do it. I done did it before. Why I want to do it right now? I don't want to be out of energy, especially if you got not just her that you're knocking down. You might knock two down later in the day or something. Like, man, that's really gonna drain me. I'm gonna be snoring real hard. I don't want to be all like that, all up out of energy and things like that. So, to each their own. You said, do you think that's a change after she has kids? her wanting to have sex. I don't know, cause I know some females that had kids and still major freaks. So it really depends on the person. I knew this female. She had like 5 kids, and she was real young, and she was still a freak. So it just really depends on where their mindset is. Because when you think about it, she's 27, but to me, her mindset was almost coming off to me like a 18 or 19-year old. I mean, even though she was, about her business, having a job, and taking care of business, it just kind of seemed unlike the usual 27-year-old you would actually talk to. You said give her a good 10 minutes. That with her, I don't think that she would probably end up being evil. You give her 10 minutes. You say you agree on that. But matter of fact, let me let me put up the hotline number, so hopefully we could get some people to chime in. Let me go to the chat so I can put it up. Oh yeah, you said young minded. Yeah, that's older with a young mind, that's a rarity. But like I said, it comes from her because, like I said, she said she was in a relationship for 3 years, and essentially, you know, dude tried to suppress all that. So, she was wanting to make the jump, and she was wanting to be all she could be, like how she is now. And now, she's at the age she's at. So it's like, no, I gotta, do everything. Well, everything I feel I was missing, I'm doing it. So that at least that's what I get from it. If anybody else sees a different type of perspective on that, you could have at it. But that's how I look at it. See, I'm putting in the hotline. Let's see. I ain't disregarding your messages. I'm just making sure that I get everything put down right. Let me see. There it goes. The hotline is up. Yeah, the last show from last night. We're talking about last night's show, and you know, it was like what, almost 2 hours and a half. So I know sometimes people can't sit through the whole thing and listen to it. Listen to it in certain segments. Come back to it. Yeah, but I'm saying that the only part that she probably did miss out on is when she was with dudes saying, "No, you gotta wear turtlenecks," and no, had her working extra gigs, and essentially because he wasn't really doing anything. So, them 3 years was essentially her downtime. Now, before then, yeah, she probably was, more whatever, but she was essentially digging, whoever she was in a relationship for 3 years of her life. So. You said I looked at it like most 27-year-olds ain't impressed with no dick like that. Yeah, yeah, and she was really infatuated. A lot of females like, yeah, I could take it or leave it, but she was like, I want more. That almost made me think of a real old cougar, a female that's maybe in her late mid 40s or something like that, thinking like that. But she's only 27, so maybe just her sex drive is extra extra high. Because essentially she was saying, oh, we went like 3 rounds in one day and all that. Because that's when she said he put on 3 different condoms and things like that. Yeah, matter of fact, Tony Bishop, I was getting a lot of people hit me about what you were saying in there. Like, man, Tony Bishop is on it. On the play by play when we were conversing within there. And like I said, I can't give the credit to me because I only said kind of little tidbits and add-ons. Dre was the one really driving that. That's why I say, if y'all heard that last live stream, go and subscribe to Dre Chili's channel. He got something to say over on his side too. I appreciate him coming over on my lives and things. I need to start getting notifications for everybody. But YouTube do me wrong like they do y'all wrong. Like, oh, I didn't even get the notification like till 2 days or so many hours after the live was over. So I guess you got to unsubscribe then resubscribe. Hopefully, these algorithms will let the notifications get sent through on the right way if you haven't been getting them. Matter of fact, you got to click that bell like they say and get all notifications. They try to make it real technical when it could be real simple, and with all this technology that we got, it could be made easy, but they want to make it complicated. But yeah, I did talk to her earlier this morning, so I think she's with coming on you. If you was on there, she was with it. She's with coming back on again. So she will be making an appearance. Matter of fact, hold on a second. What up, Joe Frank?
Hey now, what's going on, everybody? What's going on?
Huh.
Yeah, man, I was just trying to chime in. Like I said, when I got into the thing with the conversation with the young lady last night, right? I'm telling myself, man, I know the majority of the young women out there cannot be thinking the way she's thinking.
Right.
I'm not saying her appearance. I'm just saying to her mind, because she was like viciously attacking this bedroom thing with this cat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. I see potential in giving this game to these younger women coming up. How mama did and grandma, some young lady like that. I'm like, darling, because unless it's some kind of disease out there, I know that, it's all about freaking nowadays. Instead of, man, what planet that at? I need to get in a store. I'm just saying, man, hey, in this day and age, if you step over a penny, you don't look down and pick it up. Man, look here, I'll gladly accept that.
Right.
Gladly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my little take on it. Like I said, I got in kind of mid-stride, and I'm like, man, what am I hearing here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Beautiful young lady, beautiful-minded. But I guess she was stuck on just that topic. So I don't know if it was the liquor that made her get a little loosey-like, or if that just really her intentions with this dude she just met a month ago.
Right. And according to her words, what she say? Not three, but just the weekends. So every weekend, not even through the week. I'm like, woo.
Man, I'm like, darling, I ain't even picked up my clothes from the cleaners yet in 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, you gotta go through some things to get to some things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, woo. Like I said, just had my head swinging, man. That's why my comment came up like that, everybody. Because, like I said, I'm more of a mature young man. I call myself, because, my ears is always open with some good game. If it's coming from any side of the table,
Right.
Because, knowledge is power. You know what I mean? I can learn from a termite, as long as they saying something.
Right.
But
how I look at it, with him being 24, that just shows how green a lot of these younger dudes are. You got something falling in your lap like this, and you're just kind of playing it nonchalantly, like, oh, well, I could get another one that's just giving me money off a gate like that. It don't usually go like that.
Yeah, I'm telling myself, man, I don't know if this dude was some type of, internet star or something that, he knows something, because she say he broke, he ain't got no money. I'm like, wait a minute, dog, wait a minute, slow down. Where did that come from? I remember Infatuation, leads to the pockets. Like I could give you a short story that doesn't take up too much time here on the airways, but I'm kind of a regular, so I guess I can take this briefly with permission. I
Right.
had a young lady back in the day, man, that hey, I was saying she was gonna change my life. I'm a young at the time. I'm like about 27, I guess, something like that. And I'm like, okay, great. But she was just pouring it out to me. Now, I don't know, if it was the swipe or just my charisma alone. But I ain't gonna say I took advantage of that. What I'm just saying is that, hey, they say a closed mouth don't get fed, but baby, if you pour water in my glass, I'm sure gonna drink it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that means bad on me and I'm taking advantage, or is it good on me and it was just fortunate. That's what my short story was gonna be like. Cause
Yeah.
I'm thinking, come on, 26, 27-year-old young ladies out there, you run across them every day.
Right.
You can skip across the street, and I know they ain't thinking, I'm trying to get down. I thought it'd be like, I thought we were trying to come up.
Right.
You know what I mean? But hey, could be just me, man. So that's my little 2 cents to the conversation this evening, with the gents and the young ladies and everybody else online.
Right.
And this is Joe Frank, that cat.
Huh. Most definitely. Hey, I appreciate you weighing in. I mean, like I said, I was just kicked back like, gosh, damn. I wanted to say more, but I'm like, man, I want to offend her myself from saying certain things. I couldn't believe, like you said, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'm firsthand right here hearing everything. Like, gosh, damn.
Man, like I say, more power to the sister, man. Like I say, I love them. We need more of them. We need more of them. This old code is we call life, aka the game. Sweetheart, don't waste time that you can't get that back.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
That's true.
Hmm.
Very true. Very true. Very true. And the audience, here, I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of touch. Like I said, my catching ain't what it used to be. But man, if I could just dangles, hey, come on, man. How she described this dude, I'm not trying to put the brother down because, I don't know what shade he was. It could have been a Caucasian cat. We don't know. We just assume, it was a brother of shade.
Right, right.
And I'm thinking, man, that dude could have been German, Korean, but the thing is, his resume. Coming in the poll, I'm thinking you're 26 years old. You ain't even thinking about this dude like that. You know what I mean? His resume. Come on, you did better than just going to the average liquor store.
Yeah, because essentially what you said, he won her over by 3 likes. He liked 3 of her pictures, and that's all it took.
Man, I'm gonna go buy me a Chromebook tomorrow. But let's ask that out for our audience, because hey, like I say, just fun intended.
Right.
Just trying to see what's going on out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't trying to motivate or tell anybody to go down that road. I'm just saying, hey, me, hey, I accept syrup on my pancakes instead of peanut butter.
Right.
Truly, I do. Truly, I do. But yeah, man, that was just a little 2 cents. But I just wanted to call in and say hey to everybody because I know I haven't done it in a while. So I said that topic just blew my mind.
Right.
That's all it was. So I'm letting that, we're going to get back to it, man. And I'm going to X off the conversation, and I'll just get to you on another day. But I'll still be listening in.
All right. Thanks, Joe Frank.
Thank you, Brother Rick. Thank you.
Yep. Peace. Now, just like that, Joe Frank called in and he definitely weighed in with his opinion. It could be many more that weigh in like that besides being in the chat room. But yeah, it was just a trip. You don't hear about that too often. Hell no. The thing is, did you get in them? Did you get in them, like Jay Just? Because she threw out all kinds of She threw every single one of her social media platforms out there. Matter of fact, I didn't re-listen to try to get them all because I was gonna put them in the description so people could just click on them and automatically be directed to them. But I didn't ask her that once we got off the air. So maybe hopefully maybe tomorrow I might do that. So then when she actually comes back on either Thursday or Friday, I don't know which day yet. I haven't locked it down with it, but we're gonna have a different topic to cover, and hopefully it'd be another eventful one. I mean, I think that first one was eventful enough. Matter of fact, I wanted to, that'd be something. I mean, I know Lisa Smith was weighing in, but I like to know what Lisa Smith's opinion would be on that particular live stream. You know, brothers have different opinion of different brothers being on, but another sister have an opinion on another sister being on that would be something to know. Hold on a second. I gotta do something real quick. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Let me see. Yeah, new adventures. Like I said, we done had Boston. We done had Billions. We done had what's it? Melrose. Matter of fact, might be having another conversation soon with Melrose again and Fallon. But Fallon Jones, she's totally different than every female that I figure I done had on there. She's more of a conscious sister, and there's nothing wrong with that. We need more of that too. But KK Diamond, she definitely was a added treat to have on. She was not biting her tongue, and that's what I think a lot of brothers like hearing someone. I mean, you think about it, you be like, we want a female that ain't biting her tongue, but then when some people hear it, they're like, man, I'm shocked I'm really hearing this because most people really be faking the funk. You could tell she was, when someone's faking, you could kind of tell, like, man, nah, they ain't believing what they saying, but she was wholeheartedly with it. She said more variety from the ladies. Let's get more of that, please. Yes, yes. And like I said, I got more that are in the works of coming. But the thing is, that thing that happened last night, that was out of the blue. She just hit me like, hey, what's going on? Out of the blue. And we got to conversing. I'm like, you know what? You need to come on my podcast. Immediately, I think the brothers will, what you telling me, I know they'll be receptive on what you talking about. And she was like, cool. So, just like that, And that's just all crazy because the other ones that I've been having lined up ready to come on, it's been months and weeks trying to get them lined up. And these are the ones I'm trying to get lined up. They're, I guess you could say they're on automatic status going across country, making things happen. But you figure they really don't got a lot of downtime to be just, okay, let me be on the podcast and chop it up for about an hour or two because they're really out here making moves. That's why same way, even though it's a different situation with people say, where Double R hustling, he's really a hustler, so he ain't really got time to be let me basically put all these phones on pause while we chop up whatever. I mean, it may be entertaining, it may be informative, but he's missing out on money when he's doing that. So that's why it's been hard to keep in contact with Double R on that type of a tip. Yeah, I'm most definitely down with having more people like that. It's like I got countless people, women that I could put on like that. I just ain't pull the trigger on it. It's just like because a lot of people get cold feet. Like I don't know how I sound. And essentially, she did too. But how I look at it, she did well. And like I said, can't take all the credit. Dre Chili, put his thing down on that. He got the, asking her different kind of questions. Wanna, I'm kind of just, okay, this, and then you run with it. This, he was getting more in detail with it. So shouts out to Dre Chili. Yeah, change does reign supreme. I mean, it can't be the same forever. Things change for a reason. Like I said, the years that I did have Boston on, and she spoke her piece on certain things. That was just, that was value. When billions, when I, because the thing about it, these people were like this, not known to anything. I'm essentially the one that put the light on them to hear their voices and their opinions. A lot of people it was received well. I don't really think I had anybody on where they weren't received well. Now I can maybe say, Melrose, or I won't even, like I said, I don't count Fallon because Fallon is a conscious sister, but you know may not have the same light because they don't have as much content as Boston or Billions. But I say whatever the female I had on here that had something to say, it was you know well received, should I say? Okay, he said Boston was dope. She gave a aspect from taking the lifestyle across country, so she had different stories that was reflective of the region of where she was at, most definitely, and that's why she was called Boston because she reigns out of Massachusetts on the East Coast. I mean, a whole different kind of take. Just like Billions, she she essentially was out of what is it? If I'm not mistaken, she was originally from South Carolina, but she was living in was it Seattle. So, but yeah, and she had a whole different kind of take in on how she's seen things, and she was a lot younger than um Boston because Boston's around my age, so she's in her 40s and Billions was in her 20s, so probably when I interviewed Billions, she was maybe 23, 24, something like that. She's kind of still young. She said a lesson learned is a lesson earned. Most definitely, most definitely. KK Diamond, yeah. I had to put that cover on there. A lot of people was like, man, matter of fact, I don't know who hit me, but they say, where the video at? I don't see the video. It's like, and that's what we were kind of going back and forth with. She's like, why ain't really dressed to go on video? I'm like, well, usually I don't do it like that, but if you're down to do a video, we could do that too. I have throw the video up and but I want the words of what you're conveying to be said. I mean, yeah, they see how you look, and I guess people that chiming in, they just click on it. If you didn't see the picture, then it's like, oh, I don't know what she's really looking like. She looks like how she actually, you know, like those photos or that photo that I posted up. Matter of fact, I think when she comes on Thursday or Friday, I post a different kind of picture that she done sent me. So, have a different kind of conversation with a different kind of photo, and who knows if she'll be having a drink or not come Thursday or Friday. Hopefully, y'all be able to chime in one of those days that I have her on. I guess I'll have it figured out tomorrow which day that we'll go with having her locked in. Let's see. But yeah, like I said, anybody wanna call in? I mean, Joe Frank hit the line. You know, it's been a minute since I hollered at Joe Frank. You know, usually Joe Frank, you call in when usually when what's it, Lisa Smith or Rated Shot is in here, but hey, you still called into the show, period. So I appreciate that. You know, Choice called in yesterday, and Street Rich TV. Thing I peeped with Street Rich TV. After I don't know if you peeped this, Dre, but after she said what she said, he hurried up and chimed out. I don't even think he had something to do. He just said, "I'm kind of done with this conversation, and I'm out." He got out quick. I don't fault him for that because yeah, I guess he figured like I don't want to continue this conversation no more, so I'm exiting stage right even. Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, you stuck with it like a change the course. I'm gonna keep going forward with it, you know. And I've been noticing. See, I think this is how they factory the replays and make the the video whatever how they make it because it's occasionally they'll put the buffering in there, so certain snippets of what I'm saying will be cut out. So it's like, oh, it's not making sense. So when I say that, that's just me recognizing them, playing with the actual live stream. Yeah, Lisa, she doesn't bite her tongue. I mean, but it's a different way. Like I don't compare Lisa to Cam. And it's a little different. I won't say a little different, a lot different. And that's about it. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that comes in and weighs in and has something to say. Like I said, I always value chopping it up with brothers and sisters about whatever their opinion. Hopefully we could pull each other's coat to something that we don't know, and hopefully we don't get done a certain way. That's why my channel is called Too Cool to Kind. Too cool to be kind. I'm familiar with the slickness and with games that people try to run and things like that. The thing is, getting versed in it so you don't have to go through, being the victim. We're trying to erase the victimhood. We're trying to be like, oh no, I don't want to subscribe to that. You could call it what you want. I'm acting funny. That's cool, but I won't get done like that. Man, time flies. I mean, I was just talking about, oh, I don't know if we can go past 15 minutes, and we up here at 50 minutes in, so that's a good thing. Okay, you said get more women. Well, like I said, I'm gonna pull the trigger, on getting more women. I'm definitely gonna do that since I'm seeing is responses like that. People like hearing, from different walks of life of women. You know, so maybe I have to do that. Matter of fact, hmm. I mean, I know I like having a lot of sisters on, but I might try to entertain, a different ethnicity to come on. Even though it's hella love for sisters. I mean, I guess if you want to hear a different perspective like that, I can arrange for that to happen too. Okay, Dre. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like I said, I'm gonna make that happen. I mean, the thing about it, females like to talk, especially when it comes to something that's dealing with, what type of reaction they have dealing with us brothers, So I think that gets a better clarity on where certain problems may lie. Like, oh, I was just thinking this dude was like this. I was treating him like that. And why was you treating him like that? Because this last dude treated me like this. So, I mean, we get a better, a more clear perspective where they may be coming from. Because some people are like, well, I could just go to my sister, or I could go to my mama or my grandmama. No, well, they ain't really in the streets. You ain't really, at them to, kind of understand. I mean, you could get a tidbit from them, but you want to, you know, speak with someone that is actually out there in the same areas that you sharking through. So yeah, I'm gonna make that happen. Like I said, maybe that was the calling from the Most High. Like, you know what, you got a connection with a lot of different females that have come on your platform, and I'm sending you one right here. So this is what you need to get up on to do that. So maybe I'll take it like that, like a learning lesson, and put my lesson to work. Hmm. So you need to hear that from all types of women. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I might, after I get off this live, I might start making notes. I go to, like I said, I got another platform that I don't tell nobody about. That essentially I got a lot of them lined up where I could make this happen, arrange it. Hopefully, you know, just think, same day. They said they down with it and they came on same day. A lot of other ones that I reach out to, they don't be like that. Like, we gotta, I gotta set aside some time. Maybe it be taking time. So maybe if I throw more irons in the fire, the ones that's debating, the other ones will come up faster. Where I can be like, okay, now I can put you on. Since damn near I go on every night, damn near. When I'm feeling they ain't playing games with my channel, I go on down there every night, so I could throw one on just like that whenever the next one get ready. So yeah, I think I'm gonna put that into the atmosphere and make it happen. Like I said, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the y'all coming to check in. Like, oh, maybe Rick John had he's gonna have this person on. Like I said, I think in this thing that was, like I said, spur of the moment. Usually I'd be like, oh, this person's gonna be on, or I put out a disclaimer. I mean, I did put out a disclaimer, but it was almost so close to me going live. I really didn't know if that was gonna get a good response or not. But I guess seeing that photo really had people geeked up. Like, whoo, wait a minute, I gotta chime in and see what she's saying. It's a new addition to the channel. So I appreciate that. But I'll say this: if nobody else has anything else to say or add, I will wrap it up. I enjoy, speaking with y'all on, you know, which direction I should start steering the ship of Tuku Khan in, and it was well received, and that means I got to get on my job and make things happen like they should. So I'll just say it like this: hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Hey, tomorrow's Wednesday, Hump Day. I'm gonna get my do my due diligence and go out and send out some kites to certain people's inboxes and see if they're well received. See if I can put some more people on. But hey, hopefully everybody else is nice, good. Hopefully everybody that tuned in is nice, good. Hey, I'm up out of here. Catch me again hopefully tomorrow. I'm out.